Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Bobby, and this is Sister Kari. We just wanted to share a video just to kind of share a testimony of our afternoon lunch outreach that we did today. Today we went and we got about $25 worth of groceries, made us some lunches, and went out in the community to give out some flyers directing people to our social media page, and just handing out some lunches in hopes of just spreading the love of God and establishing relationships in the community. And I think it's just really cool to have Kari step out of her comfort zone and come out and talk to some people about Jesus, and I just wanted her to give a testimony.
All right, so just so you know, I'm out of my comfort zone right now. I'm just going to pretend that I'm not on a video because I can't see anything anyway.
Jesus!
So, a little bit about today. So I woke up this morning and I did my usual, my Bible reading and my worship, but I wasn't feeling like I was enough. And then I found a picture that I had on Facebook. It said that I was enough. And then the Lord prompted me to write a post about how enough I was. And Bobby messaged me to make sure I was okay. And I told him I was struggling with a few things today. And I had a meeting to go to at 11. And I would love to join him with outreach. So
then we went downtown and we went and bought the lunch stuff, and then we took the lunches downtown, and we had our cards with us. And then once we got to the river walk, we ran into this one guy.
We ran into a gentleman. He looked like he was fresh out of college. I did notice there was a hole in his sweatpants, so I was like, maybe we should go ahead and talk to him. So his name is Shakit. He comes from a background of not so much abuse, but his mom passed away, and then he started living with his auntie, if I'm not mistaken, and everybody was getting his money that he had, whether it was from his job or whatever resource he was getting money from. They were allowing him to stay there because they were using him for his money. So he just had enough of that, and he's out on the streets now.
So after talking to him and listening to that, just the Holy Spirit was very present and moved in our hearts. And not only was he able to pray for salvation, but we were able to direct him to different resources in the community, having to do with the Homeless Resource Network and some places he could go for housing, because I shared my testimony that I myself about 4 years ago went through the homeless programs established in Columbus. So it was like a blessing that I had been through that, so that I could give him the correct advice and direction on how to go. And one of the great things about our flyers here is that through our social media page, it's Transform PMT, there's also a messenger there. And I was able to tell him that, over the next couple days, if he can message us, that we'll be able to provide him with advice as he goes through his process, or different examples of, different examples that he can go through in housing or different things, and just build relationship with the young man, and tell him that he prayed for salvation and stuff.
Oh yes, that was the beautiful thing. So the river walk's a little loud with the water and everything, and so he enunciated every single word. He received his salvation today, and he asked Jesus to come directly into his heart and live there, and to lead and guide him. And the cool thing about today was this young man, he wasn't in addiction of any kind. He was just 21, and he's just looking for a place to live. He's looking for his purpose. And so through us sharing with him and loving on him, he was able to receive Jesus today, and we've directed him to the ministry page where he can message Bobby in a few days, and we can see what there is that we can help him with. And so that was beautiful.
It was beautiful. And then there was one other salvation today. There was one other encounter. When we went to my house, there was my other house in Columbus that I just moved out of. I still have that house for a couple months. The rent was paid in advance. So when we got there, we actually had the groceries that we had got, and we were going to make the sack lunches to go hand them out. And he was the first person that we saw, and he had kind of a similar situation. He had actually came from Ohio, and I was so excited to help that guy. Maybe you want to tell him about that one a little bit.
Well, that one was really interesting for me because I could tell that he was all over the place, and he wasn't really sure about us. We were talking to him at first. We gave him granola bar and a honey bun, and I offered to fix him a sandwich, but he didn't want the sandwich. He allowed us to pray for him. Holy Spirit's presence was so strong when we prayed for him, but I believe it scared him.
Yeah. Because the thing is even from my own experience, and I think that we've all met people that when they're in active addiction and different things, too much of a blessing, it scares people off too fast. Immediately when we came, he prayed, and I believe that the Lord's presence was there just bearing witness with what was going on, but he still would have to go through processes. But the thing that we did do is that we planted a seed today, a good seed, and as he goes forward, it'll be someone else to water and someone else to water and
someone else to cultivate it.
Yeah.
Someone else to germinate.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3. But anyway, so yeah, that's our testimony for today. It didn't take any time. It was relatively inexpensive. We took about an hour and a half, went out, handed out some sack lunches, prayed with some people, and there was 2 awesome salvations. The presence of the Lord was with us as we went, and I just hope that this video just encourages you guys to consider being involved in our up and coming outreach events that are going on in our church.
And do not quit. When you feel like quitting, keep pushing through. Jesus is right there with you.
Yeah. All right, so we thank you and we just bless you. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay, that's it. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.